In this one, I want to talk about how to improve your smile. So if you ever paid attention to who women simp for on social media and in general over the years, you'll notice a pattern where they tend to simp for guys that have a great smile. So in this video, let's talk about how to actually improve it. And I'm going to talk about also the health aspects as well, not just the looks aspect. So the first one is more about health. So use a tongue scraper. This should be the first step in your routine. And this gets rid of the bacteria that causes bad breath. So that's a net positive when it comes to social life, of course, and it also has health benefits since it indirectly increases nitric oxide production, which is a vasodilator, and it improves cardiovascular health. So I have one, it's pretty cheap, and yeah, it's the first step in my routine. Second, floss, but if you don't like traditional ones, you can use a water flosser. So it's basically a water jet and it cleans in between your teeth, and it's easier to stick to than traditional flossing. Studies show that it has a lower dropout rate and people tend to stick with it more on average. And this, just like traditional flossing, reduces inflammation long-term indirectly, since it prevents the formation of plaque, which increases pro-inflammatory cytokines, which are then transferred systemically because of your saliva, and it can cause a state of low-grade chronic inflammation. And yeah, this should be the second step in your routine, and you should do it every single day. And third, brush your teeth twice a day. So 2 is a sweet spot, in my opinion, and based on the data. This 3-step routine should be the first thing you do in the morning, and also one of the last things you do before you sleep. And use a soft brush ideally so that it doesn't damage your gums. And also use a toothbrush that contains fluoride. Just spit it out, don't swallow it, and you're going to get the positives without the negatives. And this should be the third and last step in your routine. And when it comes to teeth whitening, I can't really give an opinion. I used to do it, but I personally don't do it anymore. I didn't think the results were worth it since they were very temporary usually. And perhaps in the future, I will do it again and try to figure it out. But my teeth, they look pretty white, so I'm not really too worried. And also I avoid mouthwashes because they all contain antibacterial ingredients, even the ones that don't contain alcohol. But especially the alcohol-containing ones, don't use them. They're going to destroy all the bacteria in your tongue, including the good ones that actually form nitric oxide, for example. And of course, if you have bone-related phallos, for example, a recessed jaw or narrow palate or recessed maxilla or malocclusion or non-straight teeth, then that's going to make your smile not look as good as it could potentially. And in that case, you may want to get it fixed. And also, last point, if you want to attract a smile, it has to look genuine. Most people can capture micro-expressions, and if something looks off, they're going to distrust you. And a smile has a lot of benefits, but for you to have the benefits, it has to look real. So a real smile involves the muscles around the eyes as well, not just the ones in your mouth. So here are a few examples. Here in this one, people can tell that there's a disconnect because their eyes are not smiling, but the mouth is. So this one looks real, this one looks fake, and people can capture it, even if they can't explain it. And here's another example. This one just looks fake because the muscles here, they're smiling, but the ones here aren't. And in this one, the entire face is smiling. Basically, you can tell by the eyes that he's smiling. And this looks genuine, while this one looks fake. And people can capture those micro expressions, and that could be the difference between trusting you or not trusting you. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this one. And also, if you want to know what the best available evidence says about the ideal skincare routine and the ideal hair loss prevention routine and about health and gym, etc., then you can join the Skool community. It's the first thing in the pinned comment. And if you're curious about all that, you can join and you'll see all the details about those topics based on all the research that I did. So yeah, join the Skool community if you're curious. And that's pretty much it for this video. Thanks for watching.